Although the daughter of Ursula is a fictional character, I owe a lot to Uma. Without Uma, I would never have made Descender a channel at all. If I wasn't so excited and in love with China Anne McClain to see her in Descendants 2, I never would have gotten that custom of Uma, and I never would have gotten any of my Descendants customs. So the genesis, really, of being quote-unquote Descender is because of Uma, and so having a brand new Uma doll in 2024 is honestly making me emotional, and I did not expect this. This Uma doll, based on one of her outfits in Descendants: The Rise of Red, retails for $24.99 and is currently an exclusive to Amazon.com in the United States. In the lower right-hand corner of the doll's packaging, there is an image of China Anne McClain as Uma in Descendants: The Rise of Red, as well as the Mattel logo right next to her, and the Descendants: The Rise of Red logo next to that. The doll is fully visible in this window box packaging, and next to the doll's head is a little card that says Uma, daughter of Ursula, and it's so sweet that it has Uma's original icon from the previous Descendants films. Moving down on the side, there's this metallic silver, black, and red, what I would assume is part of a broken heart. And again, there is that same image of China McClain as Uma, and on the other side of the packaging, there are a bunch of hearts that are embossed in the plastic to give it a little more dimension and tie it all into that Queen of Hearts Wonderland Red theme. Although these Rise of Red doll boxes are a little bit simple, they are extremely reminiscent of the original Descendants doll boxes from Descendants 2 and 3. On the back of the doll's box, there is a bunch of legal information as well as the Mattel logo, and again, a full body image of China McClain as Uma in Descendants: The Rise of Red, and I think she looks so beautiful, as well as the Descendants: The Rise of Red logo. Uma, daughter of Ursula, strong and fierce, this captain always fights for her crew. Since the Rise of Red movie is basically a brand new generation of Descendants, I feel so lucky that my favorite Descendant was chosen as the one to kind of pass the torch and keep the story moving along for a whole new generation of characters. But now I'm done yapping about nostalgia and I'm done being sentimental. It is time to open up this brand new Descendants: The Rise of Red Uma doll and take a closer look at all of this doll's details. Uma is out of the box and she is beautiful. At first, when I saw promo pictures for this doll, I did not see China McClain at all, and she just looked like a regular Barbie in Descendants cosplay to me. But after seeing this doll in person and opening her, I can confidently say that she does look like China McClain. Obviously, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, but I think that it looks fairly accurate to China McClain's actual face, so I think it's a happy medium between being too realistic and being a little more on that animated side. Given the current state of inflation in the United States as well as the doll market, I really think that this doll has a lot going on for only costing $24.99. She does come with one accessory, which isn't really an accessory because it's a part of her outfit, but she does come with this sculpted gold piece that has some sculpted on fringe, as well as this kind of like satchel and some sea stars on the side of it. I am so happy that it is so easy to put on the doll as well as remove it from the doll. Sometimes these plastic pieces, the connectors just don't want to connect for some reason, and this one connects very smoothly. But back to the Uma doll's face, I definitely do see China McClain on this doll, and I really love her eyeshadow. So she has an inner crease that has gold and is kind of metallic, and then she also has some blush on her cheeks as well as a nude lip color and some turquoise/teal eyeshadow as well. And then on top of that, there's also some brown eyeshadow. She does also have this sculpted head wrap on that does have some splatter paint on it to kind of make it look like the design for the actual wrap that China wore. I wish there was maybe another splatter color added just to give it a little bit more of that actual design. She does have gold hoop earrings, which I love. I don't know why, but I've always been a sucker for some gold hoops, so I do like that the doll came with those. Moving on to the doll's hair, I love that they gave us an accurate hairstyle for this Uma doll. In the front, Uma has 4 braids that have brown elastics on them, and then she also has this bigger braid that goes around the top of her head and ties underneath in the back. It's basically her Descendants 3 hairstyle again, and speaking of 3, she does have 3 additional braids in the back, again tied with brown elastics at the bottom. Her hair is crimped and it is saran, so it is super soft. There's a little bit, like a super tiny bit of product in it to keep the crimps crimped. I'm usually not a fan of crimped hair, but I think that this Uma doll pulls them off really well, and I think that this doll has some nice volume. It definitely passed the flip test, so I really like this Uma doll's hair, and I also really like her outfit. In fact, I would even say that I double like it. Like with Uliana, I think that Uma has one of the more complex designs. She has a lot going on in her outfit, and I think that Mattel did an exceptional job of recreating it for doll form. Uma does have a fringe jacket on with gold fringe, although I would have actually liked it to be fringe instead of this rope material that was used. I imagine that fringe probably is less expensive than this rope material, but I don't know because I don't manufacture dolls. But I just think it does look very ropey because there's so much of it. For a mass-produced doll, though, I would say that this jacket is exceptionally constructed. There's a few different fabrics that are used on it. The base of the jacket is made out of a faux pleather material, and there's a really nice print on it, as you can tell from this look from the back. And there's also a nice, like, gold material that's around the doll's biceps. And the closer that I look at the print on the jacket, the more that I love it. I really like how it has some flowers, and it looks like there's maybe some seaweed. I think it's very oceany and definitely fits for Uma and looks really good on the doll. Of course, the jacket is removable, and underneath Uma has this longer shirt on. It's a mix of blues, so I feel like it's kind of meant to represent like the seas or the oceans. And on top of that, there's this metallic gold kind of like fishnet design, and there are some triangular shapes at the bottom, maybe to make it look like it was like bitten off by a shark or something. Here is a closer look at the shirt from the back, and again, all of the details continue onto the back of the shirt. And Uma's accessory returns, so there is that gold belt accessory again, and Uma also has this black belt on that has painted gold details on the end, so that's a really nice attention to detail. Moving on to the Uma doll's leggings, they are the exact same print as the shirt, however, that gold fishnet design is not on it. These leggings are kind of giving like seashore, and I think that it's really pretty. I definitely think that this is a more brighter outfit than Uma would typically wear, but maybe she's changed her look up a little bit. And lastly, here are Uma's boots. They are also painted in that kind of like bronze metallic gold color, and there is a lot of sculpted details on them. There's also some sculpted fringe on the boots, and I think it looks good. I think that the fringe reads really well and kind of ties the whole look together. Moving on to the Uma doll's articulation, like most of the other Descendants The Rise of Red dolls, this Uma doll has 11 points of articulation, including at the neck, at both of her shoulders, at both of the doll's elbows, both of the doll's wrists, as well as the hips on the doll, and both of the doll's knees. And that is the Uma doll from Descendants The Rise of Red. I definitely think that this Uma doll completely blows the Hasbro Uma dolls out of the water. This is definitely the upgrade that Uma needed, and it's a really nice evolution for the character too, I think. All jokes aside, I do really love this new Uma doll, but I also have a super special place in my heart for the original Hasbro Uma doll as well. There's just something so charming about her. I remember watching Ant Farm when it premiered and when it had that special preview of the first episode, and absolutely falling in love with China McClain's voice and seeing her grow up from Ant Farm to Uma in Descendants 2 and then Uma in Descendants 3 and now Uma in The Rise of Red. It just warms my heart. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on another Descendants The Rise of Red doll video. And more importantly, don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and remember that you are a goddamn superstar. I love you so much. Peace.